FA Cup upsets, it's Chelsea versus Bradford. The 2014-15 season went largely as you'd expect for both Chelsea and Bradford. Chelsea under Jose Mourinho won the Premier League and the League Cup, and Bradford under Phil Parkinson just narrowly missed out on the playoffs. But it was the FA Cup where something special happened between these two sides. Let's take a look back 10 years on what happened. Chelsea met Bradford in the 4th round of the FA Cup on a cold January Saturday afternoon. Chelsea, on the quest for a domestic treble, did not hold back in their lineup. Petr Cech, Gary Cahill, Cesar Azpilicueta, Kurt Zouma, Andres Christensen, John Obi Mikel, Ramirez, Oscar, Didier Drogba, Loic Remy and Mohamed Salah all started with Cesc Fabregas, Willian and Hazard all coming off the bench. This was a lineup full of stars. Bradford, on the other hand, they turned up captained by Stephen Darby, with players like James Hansen, John Stead and Andy Halliday trying to do the impossible. And Chelsea started this game exactly as you'd expect them to. Gary Cahill made it 1-0 from a corner, and then Salah slipped in Ramirez, who scored a tap-in to make it 2-0. 2-0 and cruising. Bradford found a way to make it 2-1 before half-time. John Stead with a lovely strike that Petr Cech couldn't keep out, and that sent the teams 2-1 at half-time. A tense second half was always going to follow. Chelsea may be in control, but tense nonetheless. A long throw in the 75th minute went through a sea of bodies flicked on here and there until Felipe Moraes smashed it in to make it 2-2 at Stamford Bridge with only 15 minutes to play. Chelsea then seemingly fell victim to the Bradford momentum, because only 7 minutes later a cross came in. John Stead was the man that found it, held it up perfectly, complete composure to slip it into Andy Halliday, arriving late to the box like a prime Frank Lampard for Chelsea, for only Halliday to smash it into the top left corner, sending that Bradford away end into ecstasy. Bradford led 3-2 at the Bridge with only 8 minutes to go. Chelsea, of course, then throwing the kitchen sink at Bradford. Chance after chance after chance. And then there were 7 minutes added on for Chelsea to try and get something from this game. And then this happened.
And there has been another goal at Stamford Bridge. Bradford City leading by 3-2. We knew there would be a siege. The goal has come, but not to Chelsea!
It was Mark Yates that made it 4-2 to Bradford, and if you thought the away end limbs were good for the 3rd goal, you should see the 4th goal. What a moment it was for Bradford. One of the greatest days in Bradford's history, hands down, and one of the biggest cup upsets in the FA Cup that we have ever seen.